Okay, so we're back. Took me about 15 minutes to remember how to set up IP addresses. I've got the console connected straight by remote control to the laptop. The laptop's running Xedit 3.2. I've synced them up, so we synced up all the stuff from the console to the laptop PC. I have never run 3.2 before. The highest I've got is 2.5. I usually program at home on 2.5. I like it because it looks exactly like the console. Being a front of house engineer, my fingers can fly over the console much quicker than my brain can think. And I'm not a huge fan of having changed the app after so many years of working with the old format of Xedit. So I'm a real newbie with Xedit. I got 3.2. I spent 5 minutes playing with it before I switched the camera on. If I minimize the main window, you can see I've got my setup window. Just going back to that, those that haven't seen Xedit 3 point whatever before, there's a little setup icon there which will, much like your desk, will bring up all the setup options. You've got a connection tab there, mix tab, so forth, and we're interested in the card tab there. Much plainer, much bolder, and with less information than you would see on the card on the desk. But fret not, there is hidden somewhere power. You can see there you've got your very basics, so you can select your card, whether your SD playback, USB interface playback, whether you're recording, playing back, or doing both. And whether you're 8, 16 or 32 channel SD recording, you'll recall that I'm recording on 8 channels. So you can see all that there, and you can see nothing else. But also on Xedit is the recorder icon. Hopefully you can see where my mouse is there. The recorder icon would previously have brought up your USB recorder. Now, if I bring it up, just minimize that there and bring up my recorder. If I click over, there's now two options: your USB recorder that you've always seen and your SD recorder. Absolutely fab. Lovely little thing this, because the buttons are huge. You can't miss them with a mouse on a laptop. So if I want to queue up track 3 and session 3, as I've got it there, and press play, there you can see the tape rolling, and any minute now you can hear in the background, which is now becoming familiar as my session number 3. You've got in the center here your marker editing, so you can actually move where your markers are. And I thought, well, where do you actually add your markers? Well, you add your markers with this plus button here, and if I hit plus there, you will see in this box here at 34 seconds it's put in a marker. If I want to move that marker or delete it, I can use this little edit function box there. So we're just going to delete that. Sorry, I got to stop that to be able to delete the marker. Do I want to delete the selected marker? Yes, marker 1. Excuse me. So you can see there you've got a really nice big screen. Incidentally, this little button just closes down, so you've got a mini box. If you're working with restricted screen space, you're alright with these tiny little buttons. But honestly, I know it's only a little thing, but I love the fact that you've got buttons that are a piece of cake to hit. That makes it as easy to use transport controls as a one-stop with something that's already on board the desk as it does with the onboard screens. Why do that, you would ask? And one of the reasons I'm going to tell you is because you've got no interface cables between any other third-party piece of equipment that might be playing back. It's all already on the desk, so all you're literally doing is you've got your outboard transport controls in a big screen. Personally, I think I'd be quite happy with what's on the console, but I used a large console. There are some that may very well like that as a little laptop sat on its own, looking remotely, just to pull up those particular sessions. It also means that if you want your drummer to fire the tracks and nothing else, then you can have your console somewhere else, or your remote control Android app or whatever, and you've got this nice big solid connection because you're on an Ethernet connection to your remote control to pick your tracks, actually pick your session number one, and press play, and his click and background track can be running for that. And I love that as a little solid control piece without any outboard audio gear. Anyway, that's what Xedit looks like. I'll stop that now. And that's what the other screens look like. So that concludes this little clip of videos to show you the screens. I'll deal with some other questions in the box below when you start to ask, and we'll also look at maybe how we change routing from playback to recording in a future video. But that's all for now.